2004 BMW 645ci Coolant Reservoir expansion tank vent hose replacement. I'm Brian Essick from How to Automotive. I'm going to walk you through that process. So the first step we need to do is get some type of bucket to go underneath the car to catch the coolant. We're going to lose a little bit, not much, but a little bit of coolant. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop this end of the hose off first. So we're going to put a little screwdriver in between here, or a pick tool, and pry this little clip upwards. Up, it'll look like that. And then you can wiggle the hose, or put a little flat blade screwdriver and lightly pry at the same time, wiggle the hose, and it'll pop off here. So on this car, this hose has been changed before, and they replaced it with a regular style hose clamp. But most likely yours will have this style squeeze clamp right here. And when you go to take it off, it's very easy to break the nipple off the radiator, and then you'll have to replace the whole radiator. So what I like to do is I like to actually cut these off with a little die grinder. So the tool I like to use to cut that off is a little die grinder right here with a little burr bit, and so it'd be right here, but I'll just demonstrate right here. So you can grind off the clamp right here, and then it would pop free, and then you can slide the hose off. You can use a cut-off wheel too, and then you know with the disc, and you cut it from right here, and then cut that off. You know, cut it off. That's the safest way to take it off without damaging the radiator. You just gotta be careful not to cut into the radiator or cut into the nipple if you're gonna do it right here. So once you get the hose off, go ahead and pry it off. Pop it out with little clips. Here, most likely yours will probably be rotten. This one's just kind of leaking at the clamp, so we're replacing it. But they get rot. This plastic tube in the middle gets rotten, and usually it just snaps in half. So now you can remove it. Now you're going to have to replace it with a hose clamp like this, or you can get these squeeze clamps right here. But it's just easier to repair it with the hose clamp. And this is actually a German style or European style hose clamp. If you can get that, it's better. So go ahead and install your hose here. Go ahead and pop it back in the clips. Once that's all popped back on, then you can actually leave the clamp, the new clip inwards, and line everything up. And you can just push until you hear it click, like that, and give it a tug, twist, and make sure it won't pop back off. Now you're ready to fill up your coolant reservoir, and don't forget to tighten your clamp here. So on the bottle here, it tells us how to fill it up. So we're going to do it cold, and so what we're going to do is we're going to fill this cup with coolant until what I like to do is just pretty much fill it all the way up until it's full, and then we're going to remove some coolant. If it's too full, what happens is this is called an expansion tank, and it'll build up pressure and it'll actually pop something in the cooling system, either the bottle or one of the hoses or the radiator itself. So it's critical to get this at proper level. And also this particular model is a self-bleeding, but if it's not a self-bleeding one, it'll have a little bleeder screw on the bottle. And you have to remove the screw and fill it up with coolant until all the bubbles come out. Then you put the screw back in, and then you adjust, like pretty much the same as here. You adjust the level by removing some of the coolant. And one of the easiest ways to do that is like with a little turkey baster, where you can suck some out, and so you can fill it up with coolant until it's completely full and all the bubbles stop coming out. And then we're like I said, we're gonna suck some of this coolant out until this bobber floats down. And actually they want it to, the bobber is like with this little bubble here is going to be level with the neck. So go ahead and remove some coolant. So I'm going to use my little sucker here and remove the coolant out until the bobber floats down. So when you're done, it'll look just like that. Overfull is up high. Perfect level is right about there. Now you can just put your cap on and go for a test ride. And then when you get back, I like to let it cool back down completely. You know, wait 10, 15, 20 minutes before you and then open the cap up and then recheck it, and if it's sometimes they can drop a little bit as it circulates through the engine or whatever, then you can adjust it again after it cools back down. This here is done here cold, so you don't want a whole lot of temperature in the system. And that pretty much completes the job on and I'm Brian Esser from How To Automotive, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching my videos and remind you to subscribe for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again.